Good morning to you. How you doing? It's Thursday on your world, and that means it's Trendy Thursday. How you doing? Uko salama? Jina langu Mwikali Mary. I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for tuning in and keeping us company every single morning. And today we have just the show lined up for you. I hope you're excited as I am, because today we're looking at the power of words, what they do to us, how they heal us, how they elevate us, how they provoke, how they can be uncomfortable, especially in this country with the people in power. So we're going to look at all of that. That was an evil laughter right there. But we have a question for you, considering the conversation today is about poetry, and the topic is to poetry and plug. The question we're asking you today is, if poetry was a mirror, what do you see? If poetry was a mirror, what do you see? Whew. Straight to the point, but quite deep. Let us know what it is that you see when you think about poetry. That is NTV Kenya on all of our social media platforms. If poetry was a mirror, what do you see? And we've got the best in the industry in the show today, and I am super, super excited. It feels like a reunion of some sort. So let's see how it goes today. And starting from my immediate left, we have Willie Oeba. Karibu sana. I'm going to do something. I'm going to just say your names the way I will say them, and then I'll give you a chance to reintroduce yourself.
Okay.
Sindio, come on, star. Great. So, of course, we have Willie Oeba. Next to Willie, we have...
Please, let's stick to the brand name.
Spontaneous. The poet is here. And last but not least, we have Griffins, Ndhine. Yes. I hope I say that right.
Yeah,
but I know this is probably not the way that you, when you're given the mic, that you would say your name.
Yeah.
So I'd like to hear that for myself, of course, and for anyone else who's tuning in. And also just set the pace and understand, when we talk about poetry, it starts with ukundani yetu ikibubujika nje. Willie, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Great, let's go.
Yo, are you happy to be here, or you're here to be happy? My name is Willie Oeba. For those who know me, and for those who don't know me, my name is still Willie Oeba, and I'm a proud Nax vegan. I am a realist. All I do is express myself through poetry in a bid to bridge the gap between what is real and what is possible, and expand whose stories get told through spoken word poetry. Ati akili siyo syllable, san usistress, usidigress, kuwa mdiverse. Wape hata chorus wakidai verse. It's all about the standards wakidai class. You still call the shots, hawezi divert. They accuse you of greatness, you didn't quit a battery, you're guilty as charged, hawezi divert. Now that you have wings to fly, speak plain English. You wanna cheat on success, then kiss me, I'm Irish. Nasema fly, ego fly. Hata makanjo mtaani wanajua no hawking. Tuna pop out design ya Papkan, hata Vatican inajua apart from John Paul. Someone else is popping.
Hey, okay. To be honest, I wasn't expecting that. I was just like, mimi ni king or something, like straight to the point and done.
Nikisema mimi ni king, takuwa nikijirudia.
Hey, sorry.
Ooh, spontaneous.
Yes.
Please reintroduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. So my name is Spontaneous the Poet. I am a spoken word artist based in Kenya. I'm the founder of Female Poets Kenya, and I am super, super, super stoked to be here. I use art for social change, for healing, for growth, for building communities towards ensuring that we have sustainable livelihoods, but at the end of the day, our mental health is equally really safe and okay. I'm also the co-founder of Anika Initiative. It's been in existence since 2015. We still use art to have conversations around governance, around human rights. I mean, at the end of the day, the most beautiful thing about life is being able to live it just fully. Oh. So that's me, in a nutshell.
Yo, it sounded elevator pitch imeenda. Griffins, yes. The stage has been set. Please reintroduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Griffins, and I am a poet, the beast. The griffin, or the griffon, is a supernatural creature that existed so many years ago, with the beak of an eagle and the body parts and legs of a lion. Just like the eagle was believed to be the king of all the birds, and the lion was believed to be the king of all the animals, the griffin was believed to be an especially powerful, majestic creature. I am the best beast of beasts. Call me Griffins. Call this poetry.
Ooh.
What?
It's okay.
Guys.
Okay.
Do you do that a lot? Because she finished that statement. She's like, najua venye inaisha.
She knows the journey.
She knows the journey.
Yeah.
So I've met the two of you before. I think earliest spontaneous.
Yeah.
You said it's about what, 9-10 years?
Yo, we're all like that. It's been 9-10 years.
Yeah, and I've seen the growth. I've seen the conversations change and morph. And I remember Willie was my plug for poets in Nakuru. But saizi anaongelesha watu majuu, yani ako representing. And just to capture the journey and the metamorphosis, because you were still a rebel in your own right, and even where you come from and how you had to defy odds to just be where you are. But having that kind of growth and metamorphosis as an artist and a poet on that, and taking this globally, how has that been for you?
Wow, it's bin quite a journey. Mi husema Mungu anasaidia. And you didn't know, by the way, we had an interview in 2019, just before COVID.
Yes.
Yeah. Your other workplace.
Yes.
And I felt like it was not making sense during that time.
Yeah.
After that interview, it was one of the best interviews I've ever had. Till date, Nikki get bored me when I watch your interview.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. We had like 2 hours just chatting. And it's been quite a journey. And I always say I am not a poet. My life is a poem, because word is life and life is just a word, and that is how it goes.
Yeah.
So it's been a journey of consistency and resilience. And I always say sometimes you wake up and you feel like it doesn't make sense, because even while activating for social change and social justice, sometimes the more things change, the more things remain the same.
Yeah.
But leadership is in consistency. And I dropped my album, dubbed Yellow Paper Bag, because my mom used to be a vendor, a hawker, and every time she had to step out so that we could eat, because we lived hand to mouth. And she sold curtains, bed sheets, and I learned the art of resilience. And consistency is the only thing failure cannot keep up with. So every day you do bit by bit by bit, and then it will marshal up to something beautiful. So I can say it has been a journey of consistency. It has been a journey of resilience, because again, consistency is the only thing failure cannot keep up with.
You know, and before we saw a lot of activism happening last year, the year before that, but this has been your journey. This has been your journey from way back when. So seeing the country rally up, and now the platform is even bigger for you to be seen and be heard. And we'll get to that and understand what that means then for you, because we've seen people who've probably gone into hiding, people who've been nyamazishwad, people who've disappeared from the scene as well. So we'll just get to understand how that transition worked for you, and the message that you've been having all along. Spontaneous. Nikopa na Stephanie na kwamia tu hapa.
Akinyi.
Mnaribu, but they don't listen to these guys. I don't even know who that is.
Okay, Spontaneous. Okay. So 10 years in, and you're also flying this Kenyan brand, Kenyan flag out of this country as well. Finding yourself in those spaces where you take this voice, our stories, to other places in the world. How did that come about? And I know we missed you last year around International Women's Day. So this has come full circle, because we're getting into, well, much is not so far off. But how was that for you in terms of even growth and speaking to people who are probably not necessarily Kenyans, but Africans?
I think for me, it all circles back. Because when I started out as a kid, I was those people who never really used to talk much. I experienced a lot of bullying in my days. And it was easier to just scream behind my pillow and not really speak out, because it was also scary to speak out. I guess growing up, all of us, I believe we're all millennials, and our parents are really tough and all that. And they were definitely just trying to figure life out for us. It was Gen Z. Gen Z. I think it was really intense to not be able to just share the feelings that we had, and to see poetry being that tool where I could immerse myself and share what I was feeling. I felt like if poetry healed me, then why not be the person who also speaks to global issues, who speaks to country issues? And to have the opportunity to be able to share this say at Forbes Women Summit, or in platforms online, and have conversations that are deeply seated around how can we change our nation for the better. It's something that has been very personal to my heart, because for me, poetry is not just about the words, it's about healing. It's about recognizing that your words go beyond just being words. It's manifestation in itself. And if you realize what power cometh from your mouth, then you know for sure that that's what you are meant to do. You are a creator. You are meant to create. You are created by the one person who created everything. I mean, picking from that is something, for me, has just always been super profound. And just seeing God open avenues that we never even thought possible, and to be in spaces where we believe we can actually win those Grammy Awards with poetry. It's hope that you not only give to yourself, but you also give back to the community that has raised you over the years.
Absolutely. And we'll talk about your organization in the next bit to just understand what happens there and how we can plug into that, because change is not just for the leaders, it's for everybody to plug in, and that's how we see things actually move. Griffins, you know, I saw a post on your socials, and there was a poster on top, I don't know what number of artists, sijui in Africa, must be in Kenya, and then you go like, where are the poets here? Where are they? Where are they? And is it a cry? And we've seen that justice and holding people responsible, social change and all of that. What kind of poetry and message is it that you push forward using your talents?
So it's very interesting to be here with Oeba and Steph.
Yes.
Because
Steph Kubali
spontaneous. Yes, spontaneous the poet. And my poetry, I started way back in primary school when I was about 7 years.
Yes.
And so I used to perform and teach. By then, I was the only boy who was performing poetry because it used to be a girl thing.
Yes.
Then when I went to high school and I was almost finishing high school, I started seeing some posts from Spontaneous. It was a group.
Mlisema sisi wote ni millennials, guys.
We're very
Yeah, she's very
Gen Z. Yes, continue.
So I saw the posts on Kenya Poets Launch.
Yeah,
on
back
Facebook,
in the day, 2013,
almost 2011.
20,
yes,
oh,
2011.
When
So she used to write daily, and I'm like, who is this girl?
Yeah.
Who is this one? And she was writing very powerful poems.
Yes.
But you know, I had this background of music festival poems.
Yes.
So I really needed to get to that niche, and I started just learning a lot, reading her poems. Then I came to Nairobi to study computer science and mathematics. Then I found myself going so much into the slums to teach the younger ones to be poets. And from 2013 up to now, you can imagine they are now adults. So my thing is, now they are adults. I started teaching them when they were very young. So we do a lot of, you know, social conscious poems. I do a lot of reminding people about the elderly and your responsibility for them. I do a lot of corruption and governance, you know, and just how youths should grow.
Yeah.
So my work now, because I see myself as one of the oldest poets, and I call myself the president of poets. And I want to keep them in check. I want to make sure I follow up, and I want to make sure that poetry actually pays, and pays especially the younger ones that I teach. So I still teach up to now. I teach poetry.
Yes.
I stopped teaching mathematics and computer science, and now went into teaching poetry fully.
Yes.
So I did a course with the Permanent Presidential Music Commission, and I was certified as a music therapist. So my poetry, I go to the hospitals, I go to Mater Hospital, I go to KNH, I go to the wards, accident wards, and perform. My brother is also a musician, so he's always my vocalist, my older brother.
Yes.
So that's what we do. We heal people, literally heal people.
This is a beautiful combination of humans right here, and I am so glad to be seated here to have this conversation, because, so how do you explain to your folks about the mathematics beat and how you are not doing that, and now we are going to Mater Hospital to heal through words, and I don't know, maybe it was accepted, maybe it was maybe you didn't have to struggle through it, but how was that?
So my father is one of these guys who really believe in education as the master equalizer, which is also very true according to me.
Yes.
And he doesn't believe that talent is something that somebody can do and be paid. So he says that is just an added advantage. So it was really hard to convince my father that I'm a poet, and sometimes even when I appeared on television, because I used to go for shows at, sometimes I was at QTV back then, I didn't have the courage to show my father that I'm going to the television because I feared being punished. So the whole of my time in Nairobi when I was from first year, I've never gone home because I don't want to go home and be called a poet. I want to stay in Nairobi and be called a poet where I'm appreciated.
Oh my God! So eventually, sorry guys, Niko huku nimekwama. But I'm just like, how did that go when eventually you had to not hide anymore? Because utakosa kwenda home forever.
So I started getting money, I started getting paid. I called my father.
That always works. Then now I can come in with a shopping na kutumia.
Yes, I called him, gave him a suit.
Hey!
A very nice suit, 2 suits, and I told him this is from
poetry.
And you know I'm a street poet. So I perform on the streets and people give me money. And then at the end of the day, I send my father something. I tell him if I was sitting somewhere, I don't want to say this to come out in a bad way.
Yes.
But if I was just sitting somewhere, I would not be sending him that money regularly the way he wants. So, but not that I'm not a computer scientist.
Nimeona unatafuta kazi.
Exactly.
Oh my God, we're going to take a quick break, and then we come back, we'll hear a bit of your performances and also follow up on the questions that I asked earlier, talk about your projects and probably some of the significant changes or moves that you've seen through the art and the talents that you carry. The question we're asking you today is simple and direct. It is, if yani poetry was a mirror, what would you see? What would you be looking at if poetry was a mirror? And if you've had anything from the poets in studio today, then you have a lot to think about. Even as they tell us their story, you think about yours and what you're doing for society, for change, for healing even. We're going to be right back after this break. Don't go too far. This is Your World Thursday edition.
My name is Griffins, and I am a poet. With words correct, words I wisely select, then perfect. Call me Griffins, call this poetry. When my mother grows old and very old, that she cannot recognize who I am, she does not need to know me then. She does not need to know me then. I am the one to know who she is to me then. I am the one to know what she has been to me. I will carry her in my arms like she did to me. I will sing her a song and keep her company. I will wash her, pamper her. If need be, fix a catheter. I will never be ashamed. I will neither get tired. I am the one to know her. I will not compete with my siblings as to who should care for her. I will do my part, my best. It can be done. It will always be my turn. I will never complain. My duty will be my mother. My responsibility will be my blood, whose tears I swam in, whose blood I'm safe in, whose hands I formed. I know my mother. She does not need to know me. When she is old and frail, I will never fail to sail in her life. No love will come first before her. No space will replace my mother's place in my heart. She will reign. Whether sunshine or rain, her sun will reign. With the moon at night, her man will man her life. Tell this to Papa as well, so that he may not be left behind. Tell this to all the old parents, that the youth have made a commitment to stand and take care of them in old age. Call me Griffins. Call this poetry.
Ooh, now I understand. I get it. I accept. It's okay. I understand. Kabisa. Is this specifically to mom? Have you performed?
Yeah.
Have you performed?
Yeah, that's to my mom. She will be seeing me on NTV for the first time.
Oh, see guys. Now does it make sense?
A lot of sense.
It does. Oh, she was waiting.
She was really waiting.
Yeah.
All the way in Migori County.
Yes.
Yes.
Mama Griffins. Asante sana kwa huyu kijana. Tunashukuru. Kwa kumruhusu. Na ile amesikia ile story before. Oh, no. Spontaneous?
Yeah.
It's your time. It's your time to shine.
I am an African woman. But by 2 yet raised by 1, I am that statistic that thrives from this equation. Because alone is how she has always walked. In this narrowed paths with broadened thoughts, I see her lowering her pace and fastening her laces, just to give us the very best. Because alone is how she has always walked when he drooled over his pants and swung that stool to her direction. But she picked that broom and swept the bad omen away. And we began living in pieces amidst the tiny, disentangled parts. See, it was not easy. Rain showers did drop, but our hearts bled, not because she taught us the beauty of strength. With her hands on our palms, eyes fixated on our own, she was our reassurance. With minds illuminated, taught us that the sun is never discriminated, taught us to spotlight in darkness. Mama we, mama we, mama we, mama we. Because alone is how she has always walked. In this narrowed path, she had to have wisdom. Because questions like this never missed. At 10, questions be like, uko na baba kweli? Why do you talk about your mama so much? At 14 to 15, questions be like, uko sure anakuwa na chali? Do you even know what it means to actually have a man by your side? It's funny how these questions married with age at 25 to 29, questions be like, uko sure anaku get married? Do you even know what it means to be submissive to your husband? With a lady looking for a phase in this global place, it was a bit difficult. But Mama reminded us that human words were just like the mist. That you could either put on a rain jacket and watch it all demystify, or you could hibernate from it. And always remember who you are, because circumstances don't define you. You define you. I am an African woman. But by 2 yet raised by 1, I am that statistic that thrived from this equation.
Hey, personal much?
Very personal much. He reminded me from his piece.
So this is not what you're prepared to perform?
No.
Oh,
No, I just listened to him and I was just
guys.
like, yeah,
Guys
right.
are flexing.
Mama, this will come through.
Okay, moms
Yeah.
represented. I don't know if there's a pressure on your end, Willie. There's a trend that's been set.
I work better when I'm under pressure.
Hey, very good.
Maybe ni kama tire. So tell me,
Yes.
how am I supposed to talk about peace if everything we have, we've had to fight for? If word is life, then what is living if freedom of speech ain't worth dying for? Tell me why it feels like we've been here before. What's the point of trying if life is looped in an unending cycle? Because where I come from, it's either you die in the house because of hunger or you're killed in the streets looking for a living. Where I come from, the cops kill for a living. So I am not a poet. My life is a poem. Because word is life and life is just a word, and that is how it goes. The day I stop speaking about what matters is when I will start dying. So dear death, don't kill me yet, because if you do, my mama will cry. And if she cries now, that will kill me, because once a gun was put on my head, and at that moment, my whole life flashed in front of my eyes. Now they didn't kill me yet. I live as a man who has nothing to lose. My mama almost cried, so I'm technically dead in the inside, because I live in a country that kills its own citizens in a bid to collect more taxes. I live in a country where innocent kids were killed outside parliament buildings over broken glasses. I live in a country where half of the population skips meals, tough economic times, but a gun never misses. But they don't want me to write. But if I don't, then what happens to people who cannot hold a pen?
Yo. Okay. Very personal as well. Every bit of it. And let's just talk about your new album as well.
Yeah, Yellow Paper Bag.
Yes.
I really love that album.
You've said this about all of your, like, Indio ile wase.
Yellow Paper Bag
Indio
ndio
hiyo.
hiyo. Kwa Yellow Paper Bag, there's a piece, the title track ya Yellow Paper Bag nasema, walioniambia naenda mbali, hawajui umbali nimetoka. Same as when you unishow to keep going, sometimes hawajui vile nimechoka. Nimeface my fears, Nimefight unemployment through years. Sasa nikiingia studio ni kazi inatoka. Nafanya word, so it's safe to say kazi inaongea. Kazi inatembea, so utajuaje mimi ni kijana ya hoka. From kushindwa ku afford mayai for breakfast, squeeze na zibreak ya New York. Wengine wanaipenda kama Muikali.
Yes.
Na wajui hata kenye nafanya. Lyrical wizard, nafanya poetry, just in case you're wondering ni witchcraft. So that album is very personal to me, and I talk about my real life experience on that album.
Yeah.
And I always say poetry is the language of the heart.
Yes.
It's like they say, like poetry connects deep. You have to, because I research poetry from like what people are saying. I write from what other people are going through, and I have to put metaphors and puns, because I started poetry in primary. But when I finished high school, I realized people want to listen to the same things, but now you have to put metaphors and puns and what have you, so that people can listen to you. But the Yellow Paper Bag album, it has 8 tracks. It has Kinoti is on one of the tracks. We have King Kaka, we have Jadi, we have Shad, we have Calligraph. It's a very good album, and the intention of that album is to push poetry from the circles. And what Griffins said that for a long period of time, like people did not take poetry serious. I always say kwa gigs za poetry watu walikuwa wanaomba ndio tunaanza, una perform wanaomba ndio sasa tunaanza poetry. But now poets are headlining events. I have headlined events all over the world, and I'm also going to Jordan to do a poetry show. Imagine. I never thought at Jordan.
I remember conversations back then, because
so,
we are hoping for spaces, opportunities, guys.
And I'm taking the Yellow Paper Bag along with me. Yeah. And on the 12th of December 2026, I'm launching another album, and it was National Treasure at the Kenya National Theatre, 12th of December.
It's January.
Yeah. So, and then 31st of March, we're going to Mombasa with the Yellow Paper Bag. 30th May, that's my birthday, we'll be doing Nakuru. And then 12th December, Kenya National Theatre.
Okay. Yeah. And we can get information on all of this on
everywhere. WILLIEOEBA.
Yeah.
Willie Oeba.
Oeba.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to compress my story because of time.
You're being kind to them.
I'm being kind.
So let's talk about your organization and what it does and how we can plug into that. And if you have upcoming gigs, anything that you'd like for us to plug into.
Okay, so I had mentioned earlier, I started an organization called Female Poets Kenya.
Yes.
That started out in 2023. Backstory, we lost a female poet to suicide. And there was a couple of questions coming in and I'm being asked, so when are the burials and when is the burial arrangement and all that? I did not know her. And that hit home really hard.
Yeah.
Because she was a slum queen. She was someone everybody looked up to. I just did not know her. Yeah. And the assumption that people thought I knew her made me feel like there was something I was not doing with this art. And I remember asking God, what's the plan? And I kid you not, the only thing I knew is I wanted to do a WhatsApp group that had poets meet and know each other as women. I've been asked a lot, why not the men? He asked me and he created
and what
one for the men.
answer did you give Griffins?
I was like, for me, please create more for men as well.
I'm like a sideline though.
It was not even, because it was it was a personal story, you know?
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, what can we do?
Yeah.
Something that started out as a WhatsApp community became a space where we could do master classes called On the Spot, where now poets would be able to mentor other poets on matters, rate cards, on matters, professionalism, on matters, how do you build your art to be a sustainable thing?
Yeah.
So our organization focuses on mental wellness, capacity building, and sustainable livelihoods.
Yes.
So I am an art therapist as well. So I infuse poetry and art therapy to be able to heal, you know? And we are creating platforms for showcase. We just soft launched it barely 5 days ago.
Okay.
And we are currently in 6 counties. We have, this is Kisumu, Mombasa, Kisumu, Kilifi, Nairobi, Nakuru, and Trans Nzoia County as well. So there are 5 counties. We have over 100 members currently.
Whoa.
Yeah. And so our vision is to just build a community that feels safe for women to be able to share that we are open to the men. We are not refusing.
Yes.
In the events, we can work with the men, but this one was specifically placed to be able to understand what are the women really going through in poetry?
Yeah.
What are the challenges? How can we shift policies? And you can't shift policies without numbers. So then let's build on the numbers, let's give back what we have, and also shift policies when it comes to matters female creatives in the industry.
Yeah.
So that's what Female Poets Kenya is about. We are open currently, we are in the socials, specifically Instagram. We are open to having more members. And we have a 5-year strategic plan already with a focus on what you're going to be doing. So one of the key models we're using is picnics. So instead of doing like open mics on stages and all that, we're using picnic models to just be able to build.
See how
that.
cute that is. Now,
You know,
girls.
and the first
Cute
one
things.
is going to be happening in February.
Okay.
The picnics are open to the men as well.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Mtava pink.
So there's that. Also going to Ethiopia in the next 1 week. For a PANAF summit on matters artistic freedom.
Okay.
So that's something I'm really looking forward to because it's conversations again geared towards policy making with a focus of women and the artistic freedom, basically being an activist who's been in this space for a long time. I am, God willing, by God's grace, we are manifesting. I'm launching my book, been working on it.
Okay.
Yes, it has a collection of all the poems I've done in the past 10 years. I celebrated my 10 years last year.
Yes.
So now we have a whole collection of the different poems that I've done over the years. Hopefully launching on my birth date, May 17th.
Gemini.
Yours was May what?
30th.
May 30th.
30th. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking forward to. The different FPK, we call it the Female Poets Kenya, we call it FPK. So we have different county leads. Across the whole year, the different counties will be having their own events, which we will be plugging guys in.
Okay.
So we have set aside dates where all female poets go to Kisumu. All female poets go to Nakuru.
Okay.
And it's just a matter of just building this movement and creating this space.
Yeah, I hope you feel challenged, guys.
Yeah.
I hope as Sijui, the president.
Yes, president. Yeah.
La Presidente.
Yeah.
And maybe you can plug us in on what you're doing and even ask how can we join in, because you do something so beautiful with your art. You go to places that sometimes we don't think about. We just, kama mimi niko na mtu huko pengine, that's when I will go. And then that's when I'll see someone else who needs help. Ama niko kwa WhatsApp group yenye somebody needs something, and but you go there not knowing anyone particular, not knowing who I'm going to touch, but I'm just going to show up. Kama wako ama wayuko, mimi kazi yangu niyo ya show up in that way. What would you say you need more from us to just be able to help those people in those spaces?
Yeah, so one thing is to actually create awareness about this, that it really works. Music therapy works.
Yeah.
I know Steph has been on this field for some time. We've worked with her even on some issues where it's not just therapy going to the sick, but therapy going to the poor, going to the slums. So we've gone to the slums many times, and ours is, where do the children play? So because sometimes therapy is play, but now there's nowhere children play. Every place is a parking. So we actually give spaces for children to play, and we play with them. And then we realize that children thrive through play.
Yes.
So that is what I'm working with right now. If you have children who have difficulty learning things, they have difficulty catching things, they have difficulty walking or grasping, we do use music to make sure that they open up and do what they can do. And slow learners have always passed.
Yeah.
So the other one is to encourage the young people to go back to their identity, go back to their roots. So I organize community-based workshops where we bridge the gap between the young and the old.
Yeah.
Like now, si mmekuja university, mmesoma kizungu, sasa mwezi ongea na wazee lugha yenu.
Yeah.
So we encourage you to go back, speak those languages. Bado utapata wisdom and knowledge ya kurudi kuja kuishi kwa the city.
Yeah.
So a lot of, let's come back, let's go back to our homes and sit down and have conversations with our elderly people, and all you need to do is just to show up and listen. You don't need to carry anything.
Yes.
So those are some of the things that I'm really championing. And the last one is to make sure poets are paid, and they are paid well.
Hey.
Yes.
That point.
Now that, yes.
Let me take it very fast from that point. I started an initiative in 2023. So I'm
Yes.
also a Ford Fellow. And through that, I started an initiative dubbed EasyM Academy.
Okay.
So we are bridging the gap between the orange economy and how to monetize poetry. So I did the second cohort. So I'm working with my second cohort until May. And we are doing master classes around writing, not only after writing, now writing for social change, and how you can earn from being a poet. So if there's a poet out there, just go on Instagram, type Oeba, and then follow me, and then from May, maybe we'll take another cohort that we will work
And
on.
what are the probably requirements for that if anyone is just watching and they're like, oh my God, how do I join that? And what is needed of me?
Just passionate about poetry and the art of words.
Okay.
Just have
Okay.
to be passionate.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And I'm curious. Okay, yes, Stephanie.
Oh, and maybe just to add, there's a conversation under Anika. We work with refugee artists.
Aha.
Yeah. So we are currently planning on having 2 forums. If you're a refugee artist, please feel free to reach out to our platforms, Anika Initiative or Spontaneous the Poet or Female Poets Kenya. The whole, we're looking into having creatives who are refugees to be able to have conversations and articulate them with their own experiences and understanding, life experiences that's geared towards, again, shifting policies. This is being done in partnership with GIZ as well.
Okay.
So if you're a refugee artist, this is a call to you.
I'm curious on 2 fronts. One, I need to find out what it is that you found out after bringing all the female poets together. What is it that they're struggling with, and probably how you're tackling that, other than having them perform, or probably a place where they can learn rate cards and all of that. But you've been giving yourself to art and passing it on, Griffins, to kids and adults and watu wazee and all of that. And I'm sure you've touched so many lives, but maybe just an indicator or maybe an example of how, or a life that was changed in your interactions with those people.
Now,
Have a couple.
yes, I wish you could answer that, but I'll do it. So there are so many, over 200.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And some of them are poets.
Yes.
And I can say they're better than I am, the teacher who taught them. So we have
Yes.
Moses,
Yes.
Musa, the poet.
Yeah.
We have Hikaya. We have the boy who was top in Maranda High School 2024 KCAC,
Okay.
Samuel Moses Mutua, who is a big example. So the other thing that we do is that, business is what pays.
Yes.
So we create businesses. I opened up a company called ART The Moment. And at the moment, we look for services that we can offer so that these poets can have something to do, something to wake up, go do in the morning, and then be busy. And when there's a gig, you go also perform, because relying on poetry wholly was a bit of a challenge. So we ask for people old computers. So if you have old computers anywhere,
Yes.
give them to us. We will repair them. I repair computers and maintain them. We repair them and then open cyber cafes and then put these poets and young people there so that they can learn work skills, work ethics, and also have something to take home.
How old is old? I have one from college somewhere in the house.
Yes. Old isikue ile.
Najua mmesema sote ni millennials, lakini kuna levels to millennials. Mimi ni hao wa 1944. So how old is old?
So
at
old in the
laptops?
sense that you don't use it anymore.
Okay.
It can be new, so you can also just bring it.
No, mine is just old. And maybe as we come to the end of this, maybe your parting shots and social media handles where people can find you, interact with you, learn from you, and all of that. And yes, as you answer my question that I asked earlier.
So we actually did a monitoring and evaluation
Yes.
last year.
Yeah.
And the key things they mentioned, it's so interesting, is one, capacity building. When it comes to learning, how do I make money off of my art? That was it was one of the questions that was very key. How do I sustain my, my family, for instance, when I become a parent?
Yes.
How do I then go back to the arts? Because number 2, platforms for showcase are a big challenge. You know, as we've all seen, most posters, fortunately or unfortunately, has mostly the men, but that's also because most events are planned by the men. The artist managers are the men. If you're lucky, I have been supported by men to be able to even be where I am at, but we are few. So then now we're also trying to see how do we build skill sets for the women to also be able to actually plan events and do that. Hence the reason why we are doing county events with intention, you know, and also building that capacity. The other challenge that was mentioned was also the networking opportunities. It's so interesting that when I was thinking about the WhatsApp group, it was just a matter of the WhatsApp group. But then I realized that's where most people are actually getting opportunities right now.
Yes.
It is easier for someone to say, I got this opportunity, who would like to go, and all that. So that then we've been able to bridge that aspect of networking and opportunities. And information is not reaching very many female creatives. I'm not certain why. We're trying to figure that out. But having the group is now making it easier for dissemination of information. Of course, there's the aspect of gender issues, which we will discuss in the next interview because of time.
Yes, and thank you. My eyes can do the thing. We have about a minute, so I'll let you probably plug us in on your socials where we can get your works, support you in that way as well, YouTube, Spotify, whatever it is. We'll start with you, Willie.
Yeah, everywhere, WILLIE, OEBA. Just type OEBA, you'll find me everywhere. Ama tupatana tuki-inject kwa matatu, sindio your design. And receive greetings from my mom. Yeah. When I told her I'm coming, she's watching. She's always watching. Akona leso. Tulikuwa tupeane kitambo, nakumbuka. Aliniambia hiyo leso iko bado. So next time, si bribe ya kurudi next time. Nikirudi next time, plan. And remember, the work of an artist is to make the revolution irresistible. Keep on the conversation going. If you're a poet out there, DM Mimi, and then tutaanza kutembea pamoja. Ism is for lyricism. So people who use lyricism for social change. Ism Academy.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Spontaneous the poet. Spontaneous ile dictionary. Spontaneous the poet on all social media handles. My parting shot would be, you are exactly who you're meant to be.
Absolutely.
So don't doubt it. You are exactly what you're meant to be. So don't doubt it.
All right. Griffins, 20 seconds.
Yes. Griffins Ndhine, the beast, ukipotea sana. So everywhere Griffins Ndhine, the beast, itakusaidia. My parting shot is that remember your parents, remember who gave you life, and know that that life contributes to your life today.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. I
Thank you.
appreciate you all for coming. Mama Willie, leso yangu ninangojea, asante sana. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's all we had for you today. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Adios.